And I think we are live. Hello, everyone. Let's put this lower a little bit. Okay. I get my setup as I get started because there's a lot of topics that I want to talk to you guys about. First of all, my name is Lucia. Thank you for being here. I dropped an episode, what was it, like 2 days ago, and I had a lot of fun. So here we are. We have what is pretty privileged. And if you guys know, this YouTube channel or this space, specifically Looks Matter, is because I want to restore the importance of aesthetics on human beings. So when I heard the term, oh yeah, it was my pretty privilege, I was like, what does this even mean? And I don't know if this is okay, this is too high. I don't know if this is a thing from like the younger generation, but when I heard it, I was like, oh no, this does not help what I am trying to do. This does not help the whole, you know, uh, looks matter movement that I have going on here. As far as I know, it's just me in this movement, but we'll see if we get more people on it. But what do you guys think pretty privilege is? Put it on the comments down below. I am very curious to know. I heard this recently from a younger girl, and she was saying it as a joke, but I was like, oh, it's a thing. Like, so when I don't know what something is, I look up the definitions. I'm like, Google, tell me what this is. So if you actually Google what is pretty privilege, which I think that alone already gives a bad reputation to someone who is pretty. Okay, so we're gonna break down today what is pretty. We're gonna also break down this idea, whoever made up pretty privileged. And I'm going to share with you my personal viewpoints on this and see if you can get some value out of this. If I can help you, what I talked about in the last episode is kind of like restore the mind of people when it comes to aesthetics, when it comes to beauty, when it comes to pretty things, when it comes to taking care of your body, looking good, feeling good, so you can do good. That is the most important thing. It's the third thing. Do good. Okay, I don't want you to just look pretty and feel pretty and just sit there like a Barbie doll. No, I want you to look pretty, feel pretty, so you can do pretty damn good things. Okay, so if you Google pretty privilege, and I really hope that the audio is working because this is my second time going live on YouTube, and this is probably my third time using this. Oh yeah, it says I'm like, yeah, it's working. Just needed to check the audio. I didn't want to talk for like 20 minutes and then not have an audio. So my third time using this mic. I'm very proud of my little setup. Okay, so let's get back on track here. What is pretty privilege? So Google will tell you research dating back decades finds that physically attractive people, which we don't even, let's see what that means, okay? Because that could mean something different for you and I. But it says, finds that physically attractive people consistently receive preferential treatment across a wide range of contexts, from preschool to the job market. This sometimes is referred to as beauty premium. So I never heard that before, but I've heard pretty privilege. So just from that little definition, that this research is from the Bond University. Okay, it says that physically attractive people consistently receive preferential treatment. So when I read this, okay, I am a Latin woman that was born and raised in a third world country, did not feel beautiful when I was younger. In fact, I was bullied for certain things that made me unique and make me who I am today, but didn't feel beautiful. When I read this, and if I go to that mindset where I was insecure, I didn't feel pretty, I will 100% agree with this. This is the old me. I'd be like, yeah, physically attractive people just get more opportunities and they get more this and that. So I've been that person, and you might be that person watching this. Like, yeah, F pretty privilege, But let's dive deep, okay? Let's dive deep. I want you to give me permission to get in there, and just like challenge the way that you've been thinking your whole life, because there is a lot of victim mentality happening in our world in 2023. There is a lot of, this is how I feel, so because this is how I feel, this is what things are. And really, your feelings cannot change things in the physical universe. Just because I feel this way, it's not going to change. Literally, here we're going to talk about physically attractive people. Okay, so I started by telling you that the old me would have 100% agree with this and be like, yeah, pretty privileged, f that, Why? Because I wasn't working on myself, and I didn't feel pretty myself. I didn't feel beautiful myself. I didn't feel worthy of having a good job. I didn't feel like I would fit in to represent a brand, nonetheless a beauty brand, and it's literally what I do today, as my job, right? I didn't do enough work on myself, and that's why I would agree with this stuff. Now, the research can be very much true. It's a research, so I hope this Bond University, they have proof. And I'm going to tell you why this is true, but it shouldn't bother people, and it shouldn't have this bad connotation. I don't like the fact that even the pretty privilege is, there are two words put together, because it gives people that are taking care of themselves to look physically attractive a bad rep, when that is not a bad thing to do. It is definitely not a bad thing to work on yourself to look physically attractive. First, you're going to do it for yourself. Second, you should do it to get better jobs. You should do it to have better treatments. There is absolutely nothing wrong with me, because we're talking about physical things. Okay, I'm going to work on my body. I'm going to work on maybe learning how to put makeup on, learning how to do my hair. I'm going to work on the physical aspects. Okay, now you can work all of that outside, but if you don't work on the inside, if you don't work on studying, like let's say you want to get a job, I don't know, at a hospital, you're going to have to become a doctor, a nurse, or something. You can be pretty. They might hire you because you look good, you look well put together. And you know why people hire people that are physically attractive? Let's not think aberrated, please. Okay, because I know there's a lot of aberrated people out there, and there's probably some managers, male or female, that hire people just because of their looks, because they are sick in the head. Yes, I'm aware of that. Okay, we're all aware of that. But if we don't talk about it, there's not going to be a change. And we shouldn't suppress the people that wake up early enough to take a shower, wash their face, brush their hair, brush their teeth. For the girls, put some makeup on. The guys put makeup on, I don't care. Okay, some people are doing, but we're not going to suppress the people that are taking the time to look physically attractive. There's nothing wrong with that. If anything, I want to flow power to those people that care. Now, if you're doing this and you're not a good fit for the job, or that you don't, why even apply? I don't know, that's weird. But if people that look well put together and physically attractive, which is what this definition, what they decided to put on there, they get hired. I would hire somebody that's physically attractive, by the way. I don't want people that are not physically attractive working in my company. Oof, that sounded tough. But you know why? And I talked about this, I believe, in episode 2 or 3 of Looks Matter, if you go to that section. Because if you wake up and you are not taking care of yourself, like you can even dedicate 10 minutes to self-care, to you every single day, to like brush your teeth, wash your face, blow your nose. Guys, there's some adults walking around with boogers in their nose. Why would I hire someone to work for me, with me, when I know that every single morning they don't even care about how they look? Because looks don't matter. And this pretty privileged thing,
F that, you know. This is where your people are falling into the victim mentality. Also, this is where people that took care of themselves and took the time to do the self-care and took the time to look physically attractive, you guys start buying into the whole looks don't matter, you need to be more humble, you need to not care so much about, you know, your physical appearance, it's not that important, you need to work on yourself. Again, we can't go far left, far right. The outside goes hand in hand with the inside. You got to work on those two things. But I wanted to touch on what this pretty privilege thing is. Okay, so it's saying that physically attractive people get better treatment from preschools and the job market, and it's true. And I am telling you, as a business owner, that I will not hire someone that is not physically attractive. Now, we can sit here literally for 24 hours talking the whole time about what physically attractive is. I'm going to tell you some of the things that I think are physically attractive in any human being. Number one, being clean. That is pleasing. On the last episode, we talked about what beautiful means, and it means pleasing to the senses. Okay, senses meaning your eyesight, your smell, your taste, your hearing, feeling, touching, like that's a beautiful, okay? That is pleasing to the senses or to the mind aesthetically. That's what beautiful means. So physically attractive for me, when I see a physical body, literally bones and meats and eyes and lashes and hair and all of the stuff that we have, it's clean. Cleanliness, I think it's the word. English is my second language, so don't kill me on this. But someone that is clean, that is someone physically attractive. Maybe a lot of you are going to, you know, you think of their body type, you think of certain features in their face. No, I'm not there yet. Because body types range, and that could be a whole nother episode. There's different body types, there's different ways that the bodies are built. Some people have thinner bones, some people have thicker bones, so your body types are going to be different. But according to your body type, you can make that body type look physically attractive and healthy. So that can be another episode. But let's just talk about the first thing that I look into is that person clean? How is their clothing? How is their face? Did they brush their hair? How clean are their nails? And for a woman, are they done? Are the nails freshly done? Or they don't have to be freshly done, but you know, are they clean? Are they dirty? The cut, you know, I look at all these things. Are their ears clean? You think you don't see? I see these things. So as a business owner, when I look into hiring somebody, I'm looking at all of those things. I'm looking at how they talk, how they carry themselves. That is also physically attractive because it's something that's coming out of their mouth, right? So this pretty privilege. And then there's another thing here on Google that says, what are the benefits of being pretty? Which I thought it was very interesting. Okay, so it says, for both genders, smooth skin, facial symmetry, and shiny hair are the most praised features. So this is what people are saying is pretty. Beautiful people are perceived as being healthier, wealthier, more socially dominant, and more trustworthy. According to a study developed by the University of Mexico, beauty and symmetry are related to intelligence. Okay, we're not even going to pay attention to that last part. We're just going to break down the first part. It says that beautiful people are perceived as being healthier, wealthier, more socially dominant, and more trustworthy. Stay with me, okay? Don't go far left, don't go far right. Stay with me. There is nothing wrong with being healthier, wealthier, more socially dominant, and more trustworthy. So what happens is that when you put those adjectives, like those things, being healthier, being wealthier, being trustworthy, like those are great traits that people should have. And when we put it on pretty privilege, like when we mix these things, it kind of sounds like a wrong thing. It kind of sounds like I want to be treated like everybody else. I don't want to walk into a room and think that people are just treating me the way that they're treating me because of the way that I look. Why not? Because just as how you can get pretty privileged, if you walk in and you don't look pretty, okay, meaning you didn't care about what your hair looked like that day, you didn't brush your teeth, you didn't take a shower, you just did not care, right? When you don't get ready, when you're not taking care of your body or yourself, you don't care. There's something happening in your world, in your universe, that it's just putting you like in a lower vibration. Getting ready, looking pretty, feeling pretty, it's a higher vibration. Not feeling pretty, thinking that you're ugly, thinking that you need to, look a certain way, that's low vibration. So when you don't care, why would people trust you? If you don't even care about yourself, you don't even care how you're presenting yourself to a job interview or to friends, that was my dog, to a friend's birthday party or to a wedding or to whatever. If you don't care about you, I'm not going to trust you. And you're probably not going to be very socially dominant because you're going to introvert for that moment, because you're going to know that your breath stinks. So you're not going to want to go talk to people. You're going to introvert because you're wearing the same pants that you wore 3 days ago. And you might not consciously know that you're introverting, but you will, because you know what's right and what's wrong. So this whole pretty thing, this whole actually trying to look pretty, actually trying to get ready, actually trying to look good, it's a good thing. And it should not be bashed with, I can't believe these women or these guys get pretty privileged. Dude, these people care. These people are actually caring about, yes, what their skin looks like. Listen, let's just talk about being a woman for a second. It's work, okay? And the other day I was actually thinking, I think a lot, you guys. I write things a lot. I have crazy ideas, but I was like, I think that this planet was built the way that it is, where men are the ones that protect and provide for women and children. Feminine, the girls don't come for me. I do believe that we need men to protect and provide for the women and children. And it's built like that way. And hear me out. Because being a woman, it's a lot of work. First of all, we got to look attractive at all times for our partners. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that either, okay? Because if I don't look pretty for my future husband, literally in a few months I'm getting married, like I'm responsible if he turns around and starts looking at other women. I'm responsible for that because I stopped caring. So being pretty, trying to look pretty, and yes, we're only talking about the outside right now, is good. Now, if you're starting to, have those thoughts and wanting to write in the comments, the outside doesn't matter, what's inside matter, please go look at my previous episodes and go get more acquainted with my purpose in life and why I'm doing this, and listen to the other episodes on what I have to say about inside and outside beauty, because obviously what's in the inside matters the most, your essence, who you are. So go do that before you go do other things. But I had this thought where okay, men protect and provide for the women. They go out there, they work. Men really don't take the much time to do long hair and makeup and lashes and nails and earrings and this and that and nails and pedicures and those things and facials. And I mean, I like my men to do that. I take him, I teach him, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do facials, and he lets me, because he also wants to feel good. For him, it's a haircut. He needs to get a haircut every week, if not every 2 weeks. It's for him. He has to get a haircut. So this is self-care. But I was like, women are there to care for the family, for the children, and also for all the beauty appointments and maintenance that we have. It takes time. So I had that crazy idea. I was like, it makes sense. Let's be feminine. Let's be pretty. Let's be attractive to people. Let's be healthier, wealthier, more socially dominant, and trustworthy. Don't hate on the people that are actually trying, and they're trying to do a good thing. Okay? Looking or being pretty, it's a good thing to aim for. I'm giving you permission to drop the victim mentality Why don't you feel pretty? Ask yourself this. Why don't you feel pretty? Okay, yes, we have stupid social standards. We are well aware of that. Okay, but let's not waste time throwing hate at something that we might not be able to change right now. Okay, you're not going to change Hollywood. Hollywood is Hollywood. Okay, there's a certain look, but why don't you feel pretty? Is it because of Hollywood? Is it because of the Instagram models? Is it because of the celebrities? Okay, recognize that. All right. Do I have that lifestyle? No. Do I have a team of 5 people dressing me, putting makeup on me, putting hair extensions on me, feeding me? Do I have a train? No. Okay, so comparing myself to these celebrities and Hollywood and movie stars, it's probably dumb actually. So I'm going to stop doing that. Now dig deeper. Why do I not feel pretty? Why do I hate on people that are trying and that are investing in themselves and that are going all in on themselves and are investing and are getting their hair done? I don't have money. Oh, I don't have money. Okay, well that's another problem. Well, I don't have money because I'm not pretty, because pretty people get the better jobs and I'm not pretty, so they get the better jobs, and boo-hoo me, victim. What are you going to do? If studies show that people think that pretty people are more trustworthy, get on it, honey. Like, stop hating. It's the game. We are in this planet. It's called planet Earth. It's not designed for all of us to win. I didn't always have this confidence, and I didn't always look this pretty. I feel pretty. I feel beautiful. And whenever I don't feel pretty and I don't feel beautiful, I ask myself, what am I not doing? What am I doing? It's always, what are you not doing, or what are you doing? Always. It's not just one or the other. It's always like, what am I not doing? Oh, well, I stopped going to the gym for a week or more. So I'm feeling like my emotions and everything is just like in here and I can't sweat it out. Okay, let's get back to the gym. That translates into something in the physical universe, something that human eye can see, which is my body. They can see a toner body. It's prettier. A toner body, whatever. That can be another episode. But that's one example, okay? Maybe, why don't you feel pretty? Ask yourself these questions. Write them down. Why don't I feel pretty? Why do I think that there's pretty privilege? Why do I even agree with this freaking idea? Because I don't feel pretty. Why don't you feel pretty? Ask yourself this question. Well, because I didn't do what I said I was going to do, which was stop eating ice cream every day. I don't fucking know. Guys, ice cream and sugar is not good for you. Like, we know these things. And on top of not being good for you and probably giving you diabetes or something, it is translating to your body, and then your body does not look healthy, and that's not pretty. It's not aesthetically pleasing. It's maybe someone's going to come at me. It's not beautiful. Because we get into these things of however I feel in my head is what matters. No, it's there. You can see it. I'm eating ice cream every day. High sugar could get me to die sooner. So that's not pretty. That's not pretty at all. That's insanity, right? Okay, why am I not feeling pretty? Because I said that I was going to brush my teeth every day, but I'm not brushing my teeth every day, so now my teeth are yellow. And I don't have the money to... Someone's walking into my house. I don't have the money to get teeth whitening, so I'm not pretty. I'm not pretty. Boo-hoo me. Okay, no, do something about it, right? Start doing something about it. What are you going to do about it to get that situated? I'll tell you a personal experience. I remember I had a little bit of crooked teeth recently. I was 25 years old. Been wanting to change my teeth for a long time. I was like, dude, I'm embarrassed. I'm an adult and I have crooked teeth. So I started dating my now fiance and soon-to-be husband. And I remember going to the dentist, getting my teeth cleaning, and then being like, I'm thinking about Invisalign, but I didn't have the money at the time. I didn't have the money. So it was another problem, right? But it didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel like I could be on camera because of that. So I remember calling him and saying, he just walked in, and saying, hey, so I'm thinking about doing this thing called Invisalign, but it's $5,000. It was like $5,000 and something. and I don't know, like I could get, you know, the credit and maybe I could do it. And he literally said, how long have you been thinking about getting your teeth straight? And by the way, he's never mentioned, like when we met, my teeth were super crooked, okay? And never mentioned anything about my teeth. This was something that I knew and was aware of. And I said, I don't know, since I was freaking 12 years old. He's like, okay, well, no more waiting. Like, do it. And pay it. Like figure out how to come up with the money and pay it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I did it and I went for it. And I fixed my teeth. And I didn't have to put fake teeth. These are my real teeth. But this is what I'm talking about. The people that are trying to look prettier, the people that are taking the time and investing in themselves should not be punished, should not be, what's the word? Not punished, but bashed. We should not bash on the people that are actually trying. So what do you think now about pretty privileged? What are your personal thoughts and opinions on this idea of pretty privilege? I would love to read them on the comments below, and thank you guys for watching. I am so excited and happy to be doing this with you all. So I will see you on the next one. If you want me to touch on any topics that have to do with aesthetics, with beauty, and whatever things that I have not heard yet, like pretty privilege is something that I recently heard someone say, and I was like, what the hell is that? Let me know, and I would love to touch on it. So have a beautiful day, everyone.